Okay, so I'm just sitting on a little bit of an elevation, taking a blanket, putting it under the hips to elevate the hips, to relax the knees down. And once you get there, we'll roll the shoulders all the way up to the ears and then all the way back, as far back as you can. And exhale, drop the shoulders all the way down. Create space between the earlobes and the neck and the shoulders. And then one more roll with awareness, shoulders to the ears, and all the way back, as far back. And drop the shoulders down. And then we're going to tuck the chin and pull the top of the head to the ceiling and elongate the spine from the sit bones all the way through the neck. So just by sitting and pulling the head to the ceiling, we're making the spine super long here. And then once you elongate the spine, you can find where the ribs are, maybe with the palms. Then feel the ribs on the body and draw the ribs a little bit in. So from the side, if you're sitting this way and you're stretching the spine, you're going to draw the ribs in. And that way we're eliminating that curve in the low back. Draw ribs in, tuck the pelvis a little bit. And then start closing your eyes gently. And we'll bring left palm onto the heart, right palm to the belly, and then relax the shoulders down. And relax the eyelids. And next exhale, drop the shoulders down, relax the shoulders. Relax the front of the neck. And then inhaling through the nose into the belly, feel the belly expand under the palm. And exhale, feel the air leave the nostrils, bring the belly button in, feel the belly come in. Inhaling through the nose very slowly into the belly. And exhale, pull the belly button into the spine. Feel the air leave the nostrils slowly. Inhale through the nose, feel the air come in. Feel the belly expand under your right palm. And exhale effortlessly, let the air leave the nostrils very slowly. And then just feeling the warmth of the palms on the body. So if you feel the heat under the palms, you feel into the heat. If it's coldness you feel, then you feel the coldness. Just feeling whatever is there, noticing what is there. And then you can relax the palms to the knees and keep breathing normally. And the next inhale, you're going to inhale into the belly again and follow the breath with the mind all the way into the belly. And as you exhale, you follow the breath out with the mind. So the breath becomes your singular focus, nothing else you're focusing on, just the breathing. And if you lose focus, then the next inhale and the exhale is the opportunity to bring the focus back to the breath. And then we'll tuck the chin a little bit in and pull the top of the head again to the ceiling to elongate the spine. And then start with very gentle twisting to the right, left palm, right knee, bringing your right shoulder behind you, twisting to the right. Leverage with your left palm on the right knee and see how far you can twist here. Looking over the right shoulder, and then inhale brings you back to the center. And exhale, twisting to the left as far as the body feels comfortable today. Right palm, left knee. So you're using the palm and the knee as leverage to twist from the belly button. Then twisting the neck, looking over the left shoulder, going slow. Inhale, nose, come back to center. And one more time, twisting to the right, rolling the right shoulder behind you, opening the chest, dropping the shoulders down away from the ears. Tuck the chin, pull the top of the head to the ceiling, looking over the right shoulder. Inhale brings you back. Exhale, twisting left, right palm, left knee. Drop the shoulders down, twisting, looking over the left shoulder. Tuck the chin here, pull the top of the head to the ceiling. Engage the belly button, pull the belly button into the spine. And inhale, come back to the center here. And then we're going to lie down on the back. So just make this comfy. Then you're going to bring the knees in with you. You're going to bring the palms to the knees. And then you're going to press the knees away with the palms. And as you do that, you will feel the core is engaging here. So, and as the core is engaging, you're pressing the low back into the floor. So that's why we want something soft in there. So press the knees away, engage the core. And you'll feel that the pelvis is rotating. And we're only doing this to press the low back into the ground and to feel the core engage here. So only press as much as you need to engage the core. And then relax, bring the feet all the way down. Relax the core, relax the arms. Catch the breathing here. Inhale with awareness. Exhale with awareness. And one more time, bring the knees up. Pressing the palms into the knees, drop the shoulders away from the ears, pressing the palms into the knees and knees into the palms, engaging the core here. Press the low back into the ground. Just feel that fire in the belly wake up. And keep breathing slowly as you're pressing the palms into the knees. And exhale, relax, let it all go. Bring the palms to the belly. Feel the heat of the palms on the belly. And then one last time, press the knees into the palms and the palms into the knees. Breathe slowly, feel the core engage. You can point the toes or you can point the toes up. Doesn't matter. And exhale, release the core, release the belly. And then from here, we'll come into the spinal twist. So a couple options. You can either keep the knees together and bring them to the left side, or the left leg will go long and just the right knee will come down. Or you can do eagle legs. And then you're going to shift the hips to the right and bring the knees to the left. And when you get there, press the left elbow into the ground. And so that will bring your left shoulder blade more flat to the floor. And then relax the right arm on the ground in a T. And big exhale through the nose. Let the right shoulder relax to the floor. And then you can bring the gaze to the right so that the neck is twisting as well, if that feels good. If not, you're looking straight up to the ceiling and closing the eyes here again. Exhale, melt the entire body into the ground. Feel how the breathing creates more space in the right side body. And then when you're ready, inhale, we'll switch to the other side. So same options, either just the knees come to the right, or this time the right leg goes long, just the left knee travels down, or eagle legs with the left knee on top, intertwining, and then scoot the pelvis to the left, drop the knees to the right, and then press into the right elbow into the ground and get more flat space in the right shoulder blade. And next exhale, release the left arm to the floor. And then looking left to create more twisting in the spine, in the cervical spine, in the neck. And then again, inhaling, and you're inhaling into the left side body. You can feel the stretch all through the left shoulder, left chest muscles, left lung. And then inhaling, bring the knees all the way up and untangle the legs and the knees. Then rolling onto the left side. We're not going too far, but we are going to add some pillows so that we can open up the chest. So bring something to lay on top of. And as we do this, we're going to start working on opening the hips as well in preparation for pigeon later on. So you can have also small pillows under the knees to support the knees. So this is Baddha Konasana. You can have big couch cushions supporting you. As long as the neck and the head feel supported as well here, as long as you're not dropping the head too far where it feels uncomfortable. And then sometimes you can tuck the pelvis more flat on the ground as well, so that the hips have more space to open up. So we're bringing the feet together. And then exhale, relaxing the knees all the way down. Maybe there's a pillow underneath the knees, supporting the knees. And so once you get here, you can also choose where you want the arms. So maybe in a T, or maybe your arms are traveling overhead and you're opening the chest and the shoulders. That's another option. And if that doesn't feel good on the shoulders, then they can just relax by the sides of the body. The other thing you can do is bring the arms overhead and hold the opposite elbows here and see how that feels here. And then after a few minutes, we can switch the grip on the elbows. So once you find the position that feels good with the arms and with the knees, you're going to Close the eyes there. And start relaxing the face. Relaxing the forehead and relaxing the eyebrows. And then making the eyelids heavy. And then relaxing the cheeks. And relaxing the lower jaw. And then you can swallow and relax the tongue and relax the throat, the front of the throat. And then let that softness in the front of the throat travel to the back of the neck. Relaxing the back of the neck and the shoulders. And then if at any point it's too much to have the palms and the arms overhead, you can bring them down, whatever feels nice in the body, without pushing too far. We're learning to accept the body exactly where it is in this moment. And through accepting the body, we accept your entire being, your entire self, where it is in this moment. And then the next exhale, you will release the right glute. And as you release the right glute, you release the right hip flexor as well. And if you find there's some tightness or tension, then you can add some support under the knee so that you're not hyper extending the joint. And so in every pose, we're just bringing awareness to the body, and through that, learning how to respond appropriately when something is too much or not enough. And then the next exhale, releasing the left glute. So if you hold the tension in the glute, completely relax the left glute. And from that, releasing the left hip flexor as well. And then relax the left knee. And relax the right knee. And then feel your feet touching each other and relax the outer edges of the feet into the ground. And as you inhale, imagine the inhale going into the belly. And then exhale, release the pelvis closer to the floor. And then if the hips are feeling like this is enough, you can use the palms to bring the knees back together towards each other. And then separate the feet further away and bring the knees in together. And so we're opening the hip flexors, and now we're closing the hip flexors, doing the opposite. So the knees collapsing in. And now the task is to relax the knees and the legs here. And feeling the weight of each knee on the other knee. And then again, as an option, you can bring the knees to the left, and then maybe the pelvis travels up as well. And then inhale, knees all the way up, pointing to the ceiling. And exhale, bring the knees to the right. And inhale, pointing up. Exhale, knees pointing to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, knees pointing to the right. So just waking up the hip joints here. And introducing some strength, because you have to lift your own legs here. With the strength of the hip joint. So just gentle windshield wiper movements to the left, to the right, whatever feels good. And then from here, you're going to roll to the left side and start coming up. Press the right palm into the floor. And then we'll bring the legs, again, the same way we had them before in this butterfly pose. And we'll do the opposite movement of what we were just doing. So everything you had behind you, bring all of that to the front. And maybe more. So just see how much support you need here. So we will do a forward fold. So I have a lot of support here, and you should feel supported. It shouldn't feel like you're straining. And then so once you're on top of all of this, you can start relaxing. Relaxing on top of the pillows, the bolsters. And so all of these are holding your feet down and letting the hips relax in a supported way. And then if this ever becomes uncomfortable in the low back, then you can add support to the hips and then sit on something that's elevating the hips, maybe even higher than the pillow that I have. So whenever we're elevating the hips, we're taking out the pain from the low back so that there's less strain there. So then once you get on top here, you can find a space that feels good with the arms. And maybe one cheek comes down and you explore how the neck feels. And if that's too much, then maybe the other cheek. So we need enough elevation here so that the low back doesn't feel like it's under stress. And then as you're here with time, maybe it feels appropriate to start taking out the pillows if it feels better. And if the neck is not too comfortable here, you can always just plant face all the way down into the pillows. I'm not gonna do that because there's dog hair all over these pillows. But you can always have a towel and just put your face all the way into the pillow to release the neck strain. So there should be no neck tension. Shouldn't be any tension anywhere in the body. And so now that you're here, I'm going to leave you here for 1 minute without my voice. You start going deeper into the inner experience of the pose. And you're paying attention to any subtle movements, any subtle sensations. And just inhaling very slow through the nose and exhaling very slow. Just paying attention to the breathing. And keeping the eyes relaxed and the shoulders away from the ears. And then one last inhale and an exhale with awareness before we come back. And start moving slowly into tabletop. So take your time, taking away all the pillows. And I'll meet you in the tabletop on the floor. So make sure you have something for the knees that feels good. I have this beautiful rug that my friend has, and it's so comfy for the knees. Oh my goodness. All right, so we're going to find the palms right under the elbow and right under the shoulder. Stacking the joints as we always do. And then paying attention to the knee right underneath the hip. So if you have the mirror or the camera in front of you, then you can watch your own stacking of the joints. So from here, we'll start articulating the spine and dropping the head and tucking the pelvis, coming into cat-cow. So inhaling here, dropping the head, rounding the spine, tuck the chin into the chest, press through the palms, press through the knees. And then exhale, drop the belly down, look up any amount, roll the shoulders back, sending the hip bones to the back of the room. And inhale, round the spine, tuck the pelvis, press through the palms, relax the neck, relax the head, let the head drop under its own weight. And exhaling, sending the sit bones back, opening the chest, opening the shoulders. Look up any amount that's comfortable for the neck. And one more time, inhaling, rounding the spine, press, press, press through the palms, strong. Engage the arms here. So you feel the power of your own body here. Tucking the pelvis a little bit more. Rounding the spine a little bit more. Relaxing the head a little bit more. And exhale, drop the belly down, look up, send the sit bones back. Open the front of the throat. And inhaling again into the lungs, creating space across the shoulders, drop the head. And then inhale one more time, come back into just neutral spine here. And then the next movement we'll do is called bird dog. So basically, we'll move towards lifting the opposing arms and legs and then transitioning from one side to the other. We're not going to do that right away. We'll move first through the legs. So shifting all your way to the right knee, and you're still tucking the toes under. Shifting the weight to the right, lifting the left heel and pressing the heel to the back of the room. So as though you're stepping onto the wall behind you. And then you're going to pay attention how the weight is distributed between the arms. So you're going to shift back into the left arm so that the left arm supports you as well. And then you're going to pay attention to the hips. So the hips are staying level. So what tends to happen is we open up the left hip. So you're going to close the left hip. The hip bone is looking towards the floor. And then exhale, relax, bring the knee down. And then the right heel comes up, bringing the right leg up. So the weight is now shifted to the left knee. But we're going to shift back to the right palm. You're stepping with your right foot onto the wall behind you and pulling the top of the head to the front of the room and breathing slow here. And then exhale, relax, right knee comes down. And now this time, same thing, left heel comes up, but we're going to engage the core here as well. So you're feeling into the belly button here, and you're pulling the belly button in. And the left foot stepping onto the back wall, and then pulling the head again to the front of the room. So you're elongating the spine here. The left glute is engaged. The heel is reaching back behind you. And exhale, relax, left knee down. And now shifting the weight to the left knee, right heel comes up. Stepping with your right foot onto the back wall behind you. Pulling the front of the head to the room, to the front of the room, and then rolling the shoulders away from the ears so that the neck is long here. And the right glute is engaged here, so the right glute is what's holding your whole leg up. And relax the right knee, bring it down. Now we're going to add the arms. So the left heel is going to come up, left leg behind you, right palm is going to reach in front of you. The gaze is on the mat, and you're going to pretend that someone is pulling you in two opposite directions. So someone's pulling you by the arm to the front of the room, and someone's pulling you by the heel to the back of the room. And so you're elongating the spine here. And then you're going to check in if you're collapsing down, and you're going to press into the left palm and lift the chest here and lift the belly button up. And exhale, relax. And now left palm comes up, right heel comes up. And then again, check in if you're collapsing into the right shoulder and into the left hip. And then lift yourself up. Pulling left palm towards the front of the room, right heel to the back of the room. Gaze is on the right thumb on the mat. Exhale, relax everything here. And if you want, we can come into child's pose. Knees wide, hips come to the heels. Palms in front of you, drop the forehead down. And then roll the forehead left to right. Relax the neck. And then if it feels good, maybe walking the palms to the left and creating space on the right side body. And then inhale back to center. And exhale, walk the fingers to the right. Inhaling into the left side body this time. And catch your breath because this movement was engaging the strength. So sometimes the breath becomes fast. So we'll do this one more time because this is excellent for low back. So at the same time, left heel, right palm come up. Pressing into the left palm. Lifting the chest, lifting the left hip. Pressing the left foot into the back wall, reaching forward with the right arm, pulling yourself apart here. Breathe, steady gaze is on the left thumb on the mat. Exhale, relax everything. And inhale, left palm comes up, right foot steps to the back wall. Right toes pointing down. Gaze with the right thumb. And then if you're collapsing, lift up the chest and lift the hip. The top of the head is reaching forward with the left arm. And you're stamping the right foot into the back wall. And exhale, release everything. Wide knees, super wide. Child's pose, head down. But this time, to relax the shoulders, I'm gonna bring the palms behind you. So whatever way that looks like for you. When the arms are up here, we're still straining the shoulder here. So to relax the shoulder completely, bring the palms behind. And you can rest the forehead down. Or bring one chin to the mat or the other chin to the mat. And big exhale through the nose. Connect to the breath. And then when you're ready, bringing the palms to the mat. Then if you had your knees padded, you can take that away. So in the very beginning, we were activating the core. So we will continue working with the core a little bit here and introduce some strength as well. So whenever you're ready, we'll start coming into the very first down dog. So we'll start getting there from plank. So again, same stacking of the joints. The elbow is over the wrist, the shoulders over the elbow. And you're pulling the heels to the back of the room. So this is going to be the distance of your downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And as I'm talking, you're holding the plank, so you're already engaging the core here. And then from here, you're going to bend the knees and send the butt all the way back. And then send the pelvis up. And drop the head behind, drop the head down between the shoulders. And keeping the knees bent a lot here. Pressing into the palms. Creating that strength in the shoulders. And then relax, knees down, head down, palms behind you. And big exhale through the nose. And then when you're ready, we'll do that again. So pressing into the palms, sending, woo! So Austin just hit the camera. So sending the hips all the way back, keeping the knees bent. You're resting the lower ribs on the upper thighs. The belly is resting on the thighs as well. And then only if you're ready, you can start bringing the heels down to the floor one at a time. Again, they don't have to touch the floor. They can just reach towards the ground. They don't have to get anywhere at all. So looking at your fingers, spread the fingers super wide so that you can take up space with the fingers and spread the weight away from the wrists. And keep pedaling one heel at a time. And keep relaxing the neck here. And then you can always take rest in child's pose. Or if you want to work more on the shoulder strength, we're gonna come into a dolphin pose. So you're gonna bring the forearms down to the ground. Spread again the fingers super wide on the floor. And the distance is gonna be the distance of your forearms. So if you're folding the arms and holding the opposite elbows, this is the distance between the elbows. And then from here, same thing as we do in down dog, you're gonna start lifting the hips with the knees bent. And then pressing into the elbows and sending the hips up. So this is dolphin, and then relaxing the head, relaxing the neck. And you have to feel here into the shoulders. If that's not comfortable, just come back to down dog. And then here as well, you can start straightening the knees one at a time and pressing the heels into the floor. And exhale, relax, bring the knees down, forehead down. Relax the shoulders, bring the palms behind you to the feet. And make the head heavy. And inhale through the nose, pay attention to the inhale. And exhale through the nose, pay attention to the exhale. And then if you're ready, we keep working on the strength. So come up to downward dog. And then you can bring the knees straight, just as far as the heels come to the ground. They don't have to be on the ground. You can stay elevated and you're on your tippy toes here. You're going to lift the right leg all the way up, just as far as the right leg goes, whatever the body allows you to do. Maybe it's here, maybe it's here. Doesn't matter at all. And then we're going to exhale, bring the shoulders over the wrists And bring the knee in between the elbows. And pull it in, and then doming the back. So same way we do in cat-cow. So engaging the core here, pressing into the palms. And inhale, right heel comes up. Pressing into the palms, make sure you're not slipping. One more time, shoulders over the wrists, knee comes in between, doming the back. Inhale, right heel comes to the ceiling. Exhale, shoulders over the wrists, knee comes in between the elbows. And then relax, come down, child's pose. Relax the forehead. Relax the shoulders, bring the palms behind you. And stay here 5 breaths. And then getting ready, bringing the palms in front of you. Spread the fingers super wide. We're going to do the same thing now with the left leg. So press the toes in, start lifting the hips up, coming into your variation of downward dog. And then left heel comes up to the ceiling. And then exhale, bring the knee in between the elbows, shoulders traveling over wrists. Engaging the core here, and then inhale, heel all the way up. And one more time, exhale, knee between the elbows, wrists under the shoulders. Inhale, left heel up to the ceiling. Last time. Exhale, knee between the elbows, shoulders over the wrists here. Exhale, press back into down dog. Walk the heels one at a time. And then relax, bring the knees down. Palms behind you. And then bring left cheek to the ground or the right cheek to the ground. You can bring the knees close to each other. And catch the breath here. If you're breathing fast, start exhaling for a count of 3. And we're preparing to come into the pigeon pose. So maybe we'll need support for the hips. So we'll start on the left side. And so the left leg will come in front. And if you need the elevation for the left hip, gonna bring the pillow under the left glute. So we'll start with just doing the knees 90 degrees. So We get there from sitting on the pillow and the knees are in front of you. We're going to press the palms into the knees, pull the head to the ceiling, tuck the chin into the chest. And then from here, once the spine is long, then we're going to drop the knees to the left. So then this way, both knees are 90 degrees, and then your pillow is right under your left bum, under the left glute. So you can stay here. This could be the full pose if you wanted to do this. Or this can be the beginning of pigeon where now your right knee is going to start moving behind you. And maybe the right knee doesn't open up into the leg. Maybe it stays bent. So you just have to feel what feels best for the body. So from here, both knees 90 degrees. And then you can start walking the right foot behind you. And then you can turn the hip down and open up the left hip. So if you're here, if you're in the full expression of the pigeon, the right toes are going to start looking inside. So not outside, inside. And then the left heel is either going to travel away from the pelvis or come back into the pelvis as you're feeling into the left hip. So if it's too much for the left hip here, then you bring the left heel closer into the pelvis. So find the variation where you need to be in the pigeon. Have the support under the left glute to elevate the left glute. And then from here, you can start coming down to the forearms. You can start bringing the head down. And if at any point something becomes too much, then you take a step back, bring the heel back, maybe bend the right knee, feeling into what the body needs. And then once you get here, you can also have some support in front of you. Relax on top of that. And start inhaling super slow through the nose. And bring the attention to the left hip. See what it feels like there. And then relax the left foot. So let the left ankle relax completely into the floor. And then relax the left knee. And then relax the left hip. And then maybe then with time, you decide to take away the pillow from the left hip, if that feels right. I'm still feeling the tension in the left hip, so I'm going to keep that support. So it's just an option. So come into complete stillness in the body. And as you notice the stillness in the body, the mind and the breath becomes still as well. You keep the eyes closed so that you're connected to the inner experience of the pose. Few more breaths left here. Before we switch to the other side. So start inhaling and then exhale. Start pressing with the palms into the pillows, into the ground. Move all that away if you had that in front of you. And then you're going to transfer all of the weight to the left side, left glute, and roll back onto the glutes. Bring the knees up. You can hold the knees. And from here, close your eyes, pull the head to the ceiling. And just feel into the difference between the left hip and the right hip here. And you can wiggle the knees left to right just to explore the range of motion. But even here, you can feel probably a difference in the left side and in the right side. Okay, so we transition into the other side now. So make sure your support and your pillow is under the glutes. And then separating the feet apart. Exhale, dropping the knees to the right side. So the sway, the pillow, again, is just under the right glute here. And your knees are resting both 90 degrees. And if this is good, then you're staying here. So this is pigeon level 1. If it feels good, you can start walking the left foot back behind you. Maybe it stays at this angle. Maybe the left leg becomes straight. Make sure the left toes are pointing inside. And then see how far away the right heel needs to be. Maybe further away, that puts more pressure on the hip joint. Maybe closer, less pressure on the hip joint. And make sure the right glute is elevated and supported. And then from here, again, you can pick your own variation, either just on the forearms, elbows down, or maybe the forehead on top of your stacked forearms. Or maybe all of the supports, again, travel to this side. And also the left knee now here. If the left knee is not feeling good, you can always bring something to soften it. To soften the left knee. And if the right knee was okay, but the left knee is not okay, then that's fine too. You just tend to the left knee in a different way. So my right one was fine, but this one isn't. So this one needs support. Just like different children will need different support. So then you can start relaxing in whichever way you chose, maybe pillows, maybe just on the floor. And you can bring one cheek down or the other cheek down. And you can close the eyes and relax the face and relax the space between the eyebrows. And then relax the right ankle and relax the right foot into the ground. And then relax the right knee. And then feel that relaxation from the right ankle and the right knee spread right into the right hip. And again, if it becomes too much with time, then the right heel can come closer to the pelvis. And now, without my voice, with the eyes closed, bringing the attention to the inner experience in the body, and finding a moment of stillness here. And a few more breaths here with the inner stillness, the mind stillness, and the breath stillness. And then starting to inhale and get ready to come out of this pose, and slowly, slowly starting to lift the chest from wherever you are, pressing into the palms, transferring all the weight to the right side, to the right hip. If you had supports, Move them away. And then slowly, slowly bringing the left leg around, taking away the other pillow from the right butt, and we'll slowly start transitioning towards Shavasana. So maybe get your blanket ready nearby. Maybe you have pillows underneath the knees so that the low back can relax into the ground more. Maybe it's one big pillow, you can roll it up for under the knees. Maybe you get some socks for the feet, if the feet are chilly. So finding something that feels cozy and comfortable. Having a blanket ready. Something soft, maybe a pillow under the head. And then once you get here, take up space with the arms. Maybe if the support under the knees is long enough, you can bring the feet together and separate the knees a little bit. So it's like a little diamond with the legs. So your feet may be touching and the knees are separating. Not really a full butterfly, but a midway butterfly here with the legs. And then draw the shoulders away from the ears. And give the space to the neck. And then tuck the chin for a moment. And place the back of the head flat on the ground or the pillow. And taking a big breath into the belly, filling up the belly. And then exhale, draw the belly button into the spine. One more conscious inhale into the belly. And then exhale, release. Release the exhale. And let the lower back fall flat into the mat. And then start relaxing the feet into the floor. And then start relaxing the knees into the pillow. And then releasing the hips. Whatever you're holding onto in the hips in terms of tension, contraction. Exhale with awareness, and with that exhale, release the right hip. And then one more exhale with awareness and release the left hip. And then softening the skin of the belly. And then letting that softness spread all the way to the chest, through the lungs and through the heart. And all the way to the right shoulder and then the left shoulder. And then exhale and release the right elbow into the ground. And then release the right wrist into the ground. And then exhale, release the left elbow into the ground. And then the left wrist into the ground. And then relax the lower jaw. And swallow and release the tongue and let the tongue rest. And the eyelids are heavy, releasing the eyebrows, relaxing the space between the brows. Releasing the forehead. And feeling the heaviness of the skull on the ground. And starting with a really big inhale into the belly, and with this inhale, coming back to the body, coming back to the awareness of the physical body, bringing the mind back into this reality. And then maybe bringing some movement into the fingers. Start with small movements and move into bigger movements. Maybe moving the toes and the ankles. Maybe rotating the feet in one direction and then reversing the direction, rotating the ankles in the other direction. Rotating the wrists. And then switch the direction for the wrists. And then preparing to roll onto your right side. Keeping the space on the left for the heart. And coming into this fetal position with the knees into the chest. And your left bicep is a pillow under the left ear. And taking one last moment to rest. Come back to the body fully. And then pressing into the floor with your left palm, starting to come back up slowly on your own time. Just feeling into how fast the body needs to come up. And coming back up to seated. Maybe legs crossed. Maybe your left palm in the right palm, resting in your lap. And spending a few moments here. Connecting to your own breath. And connecting to your deeper sense of self. And resting peacefully in that state. And then bringing to mind whatever potent thing that you're working on these days. So maybe it's a thought of I am whole and I am complete and I am healing. Or if you're working too much, then it's I am restful and I am resting. If you need more peace in the mind, then you say to yourself, I am at peace. So whatever belief that you want to establish more firmly in your being, so you bring that belief into awareness now in this moment. And then sealing that belief with the palms together in front of the heart. And so it is. Thank you.